in like no other for Reliable's newest trainee.
Scott's been incredible. It's like I've been handed the golden ticket.
Ready to rock?
I see Scott more than just a heavy operator. I see him as a mentor to the rest of my team.
Let's go!
To the south on Snowshed Hill,
Dancing shoes are on. Let's get the party started.
a second green wrecker arrives to relieve Al from storm duty.
Happy day!
Looks like it's going to deliver chaos for several hours.
Sure we having fun?
Tons of it.
Tons of it. Tons of it.
Operator Gord Boyd
You can go home, relax, sleep in your own bed tonight.
settles in.
He's going to leave me here to handle things, and I think we're going to be okay.
I need to be ready to go tomorrow morning because the next big job are just around the corner.
Minutes later,
How's it going?
Not bad, you?
Good.
after being hit earlier tonight,
Heal up.
Yeah.
Curtis Brown's shift comes to an end.
Overall, we made it through. I'm ready to let somebody else take over and head home and get some rest.
Nine a.m. in the Fraser Valley.
They're all good. All right, they're good.
On the outskirts of Abbotsford, a machine in deep as a local farmer waiting for help.
Yeah, I just doing some bush clearing and I've got it stuck.
As long as we got peat bog in the Fraser Valley, tow trucks are going to stay busy.
10 minutes out,
We're in excavator wrestling season.
Al and Big Green are up and at her. Joining Al today
It's a beautiful day to go help out my dad.
is his youngest son, Lucas.
I guess we're pulling some sort of excavator out of the weeds.
Right up over the top here.
For the past several winters, 25-year-old Lucas has joined Al on the recovery battlefield.
That's a tree.
Keep her going.
I enjoy working with my dad, and I take big pride in it. But I have big boots to fill.
There she comes.
I hope to swam to take over the bulldozing part of my family's towing business.
Take her to film.
Today, to tread lightly on the landscape,
We'll have lots of muscle.
Al has brought his most nimble dozer.
To help minimize any damage to the property, we're just going to use our smaller D5.
Here we go, boys.
But the lightweight cat
Wow.
will be pushed to its limits against the 45,000-pound digger.
The machine is sucked into the mud, but is blended into the scenery.
Not so good.
I think we're in for a big fight.
The first round
I gotta go down here and deal with this.
lies at the front of the machine, at the end of the boom.
Once it starts coming out of that hole, the bucket is going to be digging into the peat bog.
Don't drag the torches through the peat.
So Al calls on Lucas
Cut the bolts off on the bottom of that bucket.
to free the 1,500-pound obstacle from the boom.
Hopefully, it'll make the whole recovery job a lot easier without having the resistance of that big, huge bucket.
You get it? Yep.
But severing the connection
Throttle her up.
was the easy part.
Okay, keep her coming. Keep her coming. You're good.
with the dozer's winch line redirected by a tree. They need to drag the bucket away from the excavator and power it out of the bog. And for the Quiring family,
Bump her up a bit.
it's a job like no other,
We're good. Keep coming.
as Al's son takes the reins.
Today is one of the first times that my dad has fully let me take control of the D5.
A little more.
I'm a little bit nervous about it.
Got it. Here we go. Okay, tighten her up.
I'm going to dedicate my day to helping Lucas. Not every kid gets to go through a recovery school like that.
There you go. A little more. There she goes. Beautiful.
With a quick re-rig,
Okay, just grab her. Just give her a good little tug.
Lucas scrambles to mobilize the dozer
Piece by piece, we'll get it.
and finish what he started.
Come on, Lucas, drag her out.
It's a super hard multitasking job because you got 8 levers that all need to be pulled at the same time.
Remember to turn the cat so you got a nice spool there, right? Nice route.
You have to actually turn the bulldozer so that the cable spools nice and evenly on it.
Keep going. Come on, let's go. It's on me all day, but release the brake. Make sure the brake is off.
Lucas has got to be on the ball for this.
Okay, come on.
A little bit nerve-wracking. Sometimes your head's processing it faster than your hands can do it.
Are you gonna be able to run this thing or what?
In the Fraser Valley,
Come on, Lucas, drag her out.
Al's youngest son is in the hot seat
Are you gonna be able to run this thing or what?
at the controls of Dad's D5 Cat.
Come on, let's go.
It is like operating an old windpipe orchestra. You got steering controls, pedal controls, winch controls.
It's on me all day, but
Dad yelling at you a little bit too.
Getting his very first shot at recovery with the dozer, Lucas is wrestling a 1,500-pound excavator bucket mired in a bog.
lots of power.
When we're working together, it's a father-son bond. But at the same time, it's him being your boss and wanting the best production out of the operation.
The bucket is in the clear,
It's out of there.
but 30 times heavier. The giant it was attached to
I think we're going to be top dancing here.
will be the real fight.
That machine is buried in the mud good. It's not in an easy accessible spot.
But Al brought a secret weapon,
And lay that bad boy out.
a super strength line he fabricated himself.
Basically what we got here is just a piece of surplus cable from a previous job. And we're going to repurpose it.
For a lot of jobs, we do custom rigging. I take a lot of pride in the equipment that I use.
There's so much knowledge with my dad. It's quite cool.
And that's it.
That cable termination at the end has a 35,000-pound safe workload limit and ×5 to break that.
Okay, hang on to it.
But rescuing the 45,000-pound machine
Okay, you can let her down.
with the smallest dozer in Al's arsenal will take something more.
When I take on a recovery like that, you have to expect something to fail.
And we're good.
So we're going to take it up a notch.
We'll turn this thing from a D5 into a D20.
From the dozer, they'll run the winch cable to a tree and to the extra excavator. to create an epic 5-point line.
My little D5 only has a 50,000-pound winch, but you multiply that by a 5-part line, you're up 250,000 pounds.
Nothing like Mother Nature's helper.
But this time, Al will leave the dirty work to the next generation.
He's a handy asset to bring along, especially the size of him. He's a big kid.
I'm standing in at 6'10" and 265 pounds right now. It's one of the most physically exhausting jobs you can do.
Okay. Woo! Sounds like a Sasquatch.
With a 5-part line in place,
We got a lot of moving parts on this job.
Okay, here we go.
Lucas saddles up for the first heavyweight pull of his life.
Wind her up.
I need him to concentrate on trying to be a competent operator.
It's coming up. Pull on her.
I don't want to screw up, but it's so easy to make one small mistake that causes a big setback.
1 hour east,
She's a little nippy out.
an Arctic front has descended on the town of Hope.
Yippee-ki-yay, welcome to winter.
It's cold, miserable, and, it's not summertime here.
We're wrapping up here.
15 minutes up the coke,
Knife there.
an 18-wheeler gone sideways
Ooh, ouch.
has millions of dollars of freight at a stop.
No injuries. This is happening everywhere today with the weather the way it is. We can't keep the highway closed any longer than it has to be.
In a 30-ton record,
There's a truck and trailer in the ditch,
Jamie Davis is en route to the crash.
and the trailer's blocking the road. That's all I know. See when we get there. I'm frozen.
Joining Jamie for the urgent call
You're frozen?
is operator Greg Mulligan in his second winter of mountain recovery.
Jamie, he's a lot of experience under his belt. It's going to be a good learning day for me.
I'm bringing Greg along to be that extra soldier I need out on the road. We're here.
Arriving on scene,
Froze my face off.
Jamie is taking no chances with a cold.
In those kind of weather conditions, there's a certain kind of a chill and numbness that you get.
Last winter,
Brutal.
after Jamie was exposed on an extreme job,
Oh, it's cold.
he received a warm gift from his wife and business partner, Sherry.
Thank you.
He gives his heart into it, and freezing cold too. I think it's pretty special for him.
Sure, we had a good laugh. So, that's what family business is.
But today,
Oh, look.
the deep chill isn't the only challenge.
It's not holding any air. Oh, it's going to be a hard pull. It's caked right in there. The whole road is totally closed. It's been about an hour and a half so far. Okay.
Traffic's just piling up.
We have to get this open fast.
We're at a standstill. There's no lanes open. It's completely blocked.
North of Hope,
Now there's a truck in the middle, jackknife.
Just back up.
Jamie and Greg face a sideways semi, causing a major backup on the coke.
There's bystanders there. It's a tough deal.
Trucker Joe Breitkoff witnessed the crash.
Come around the corner a little quick, and he hit the brakes, and away he went.
Wrangling the tractor free from the snow
Yeah, is he empty? Yeah.
will take time.
Just want the traffic to move.
You know, it's a little bit overwhelming. There's pressure to get this job done.
It is pushed in this way, so it'll be a little bit of a job.
Just hook a chain to the corner.
But the trucker on scene has an idea.
Do whatever, just pick her up and pull her this way and take her down.
Yeah, if we can pop the pin, I'll do that. That's a great idea.
Target the piece that's blocking the road first.
We don't usually separate trailers from the trucks, but in this case, it made sense.
But releasing the trailer for quick clearance
We might be able to take the pin, undo it.
is easier said than done.
This fifth wheel's on some weird angles here, so we got to play with it a little bit to get it disconnected.
The tractor's fifth wheel plate, secured to the trailer, is pinning the mechanism shut.
I'm gonna get the wrecker in there to solve this problem. Yeah, if you put 2 lines on it.
Do you want to go each corner? Or
Yeah, one on this side, put the one chain on that side, one on the other. That'll do it.
With the line secured, they deploy the max underlift.
Try to pull the pin.
To nudge the trailer.
No luck.
Into line with the fifth wheel plate.
Yeah, that's it. Got it? Yeah. That's good.
Now it's up to Greg.
Get your legs up and drive ahead.
To carefully drive the unit forward, suspended in midair.
Yeah, go ahead. When you're lifting this trailer just by 2 winch lines, you got to be careful. Okay, go to the right.
The onus is on me. I'm proving that I have the ability to do this job.
Keep coming. Don't slide over to the side. Keep going. Yeah, good there.
With the trailer off to the side.
We can let traffic go right now.
We good to go?
Yeah, single file on the camera side.
The Coke is open again.
Finally,
But winter's chill
He's frozen.
They're all frozen?
Yeah.
is still putting up a fight.
We're trying to air this unit up. Everything's frozen, so am I. But cold weather makes the job take twice as long.
A hit of heat gets the final hookup dial.
It's time to wrap this thing up and get it out of here.
Jamie and Greg
Good to go? Yeah. Okay.
will come back for the final piece.
The road's open. We'll deal with the tractor later.
We're rolling through.
To the west, in the Fraser Valley,
Coming up. Let's keep letting it pull.
Al's youngest son is stepping up on a mammoth recovery.
5-part line. You're putting almost 250,000 pounds of power into that pull.
Pull on her.
When the dozer's winch line lets loose.
Hey!
It was down to operator mistake. I didn't have my brake on the winch pulled tight enough.
Luckily,
Easy.
the excavator only slid back a few feet.
I'm sure he's stressed a little bit about it. This poor kid's first time in the operator's seat, so we'll just go easy on him.
But Al
Come on.
notices a bigger problem.
Hopefully it'll get turned.
The digger they're trying to save is on a bad angle.
The tracks aren't pointing to where they need to go. They actually need to turn a little bit.
Yeah, you're in there good. Hey!
On past recoveries,
Turn the tracks.
Al has recruited the machine's operator
Just slow.
to line the tracks up with the direction of the pull.
Sometimes the tracks turn, and if they do, that thing is going to roll out of there so easy.
Try and get yourself on there.
But today, that isn't an option.
The machine was overrun by water and it's not running.
Facing 45,000 pounds of dead weight.
Do you want to just cast off of that?
Al's best bet.
And then grab those three and just bail them to the side.
Is to lower the resistance as much as he can.
Dig the mud out, pull a few logs out, and pull on her some more.
And then kick her loose and then grab your bay puller.
When we're on these job sites, it's cool seeing my dad's attitude. I take his knowledge and then I'll add it to my own.
With the heavy-duty landscaping complete.
Okay, wind her in.
Lucas springs into action.
Pull on her. Easy.
But the bog's grip
The tracks are just plowing against the mud.
is too much. In the Fraser Valley,
Throttle up a bit.
Al and his son Lucas are in a deadlock with an off-angle machine.
As that debris piles up, your resistance goes up exponentially.
Easy. That's enough. What a mess.
These tracks are acting as a huge plow. They're just getting drugged through the mud at this point.
So they're still pulling us sideways.
That's not working so good. Now we have to do something else.
To get the 45,000-pound digger in line,
We'll get you to go down to the boom there and see if we can give it a shove.
Al deploys the extra excavator on site.
That's pretty much the only thing available that can reach out there.
Just get it out of here.
Hopefully it's going to help turn the machine in a favorable position.
But straightening the casualty
Push on her. Push on her.
puts the added iron
Keep going. It's going.
on the brink of the pit.
We need to make calculated moves. You don't want to have the excavator slip down and then we got two excavators stuck.
Just watch the ram. You're good here.
Finally,
That it? It's a lot better than it was anyways.
the sunk excavator is on a workable angle.
Now we're talking.
Spin her over that way.
Lucas positions the dozer
Okay.
to pick up the battle.
Keep it low so it pulls it under.
We got 4 snatch blocks and 5 separate lines running. There's a million things to go wrong.
Watch your foot, watch your foot.
Because the machine is not running, it's not going to be an easy pull out.
I think we're good.
Lucas decides
If you want to run the machine, Dad, I can do this. You're old and frail.
it's time to put Dad's know-how to work.
His age and wisdom should be able to get the one outcome we want. Guess you can't beat an old man.
Al winds up. But at this critical stage,
Whoa, watch my rigging.
the real estate
Okay, lift,
is getting tight.
lift, up.
We don't want to chafe the cable. It doesn't take very many strands to break and things could part company.
So the 5-point line they've been counting on has to go.
Down on that excavator.
There's no room to maneuver. We're gonna have to disconnect the excavator we're using for the recovery process.
There you go. All right, stick up and over this way and we'll take the chain and shackle off.
But with a recovery dozer,
There we go.
half the way to the casualty,
Okay.
they need a new tactic to strengthen the line.
Want me to take that strap out?
Yeah.
What happens if this cable snaps? Especially when we're this close to the end of this recovery.
So Al
We'll leave one block on because I got a hook to him.
comes up with a plan to keep some mechanical advantage.
Once I'm out of the way, he'll set up over there. We'll put a 2-part line on it, and then we'll just give her the last little pull.
There we go.
Repositioning the extra excavator to the other side of the dozer, they'll run a doubled line to get the mired unit on solid ground.
Sometimes you have to change the game as you're playing it to achieve the goal of getting that machine out.
That's pretty good.
With a cable reset, Lucas will once again be put to the test in the D5.
This time I'll work on focusing on how to run that machine a little bit better than I did last time.
Okay, ready?
But with a reduced rigging, Al's smallest dozer is outmatched.
It's very hard. The D5 doesn't quite have the pulling power.
Just look.
In the Fraser Valley, 5 hours into a punishing bog recovery.
It's like dinosaur wrestling.
Al's smallest dozer is not able to hold its ground.
Trying to drag a dead excavator out of some pretty serious bog. There's a lot of stressful things going on.
Just come back and get up against here.
To anchor the dozer in place, Al's son Lucas repositions against a log.
Okay, good.
It'll give something for the track to hit and then give it an advantage of footing.
Tighten her up.
Lucas rallies for the final pull.
I'm still novice at pulling with that machine, but I'm trying to be the best operator I can be.
Good.
One day I'd like him to be able to take a job like that from start to finish.
Okay. Beauty.
Al's smallest dozer
She's out of there.
beats the giant.
It's the little tiger that could.
But the bigger victory
Right on.
is the knowledge and determination passed down.
Having Lucas come out on a job like this, accomplish it, I'm very proud. His first words were tow truck, so what can I expect?
More fishing with the boys.
Everybody else and their dad always brag about their fishing trips, but we're catching 50,000-pound excavators. So I am super proud.
With a happy customer,
I called Al because he's the only one that can use it.
father and son call it a day.
What could be better than this?
I think that's what every parent would want in a family business, is their offspring to carry on after them.
But we're on to the next one.
"90 kilometers away, north of Hope,
Stupid place to park.
Jamie's 30-ton Mac is back on the coke
Going up.
for the final piece of an earlier wreck.
We're gonna tow the tractor out of the way, and we'll get the final part of this job done. Here you go. I'll let you do the pulling.
Jamie looks on
Try to just boom it right up in the air.
As Greg takes on the 20,000-pound challenge.
There we go. That booming in a bit?
I'm always happy to pass on whatever knowledge I have to these guys who are new to the industry.
Boom in.
Well, I'm grateful for Jamie. It was good working alongside a guy that has that much experience.
How's the front axle? Is it damaged?
Yeah, just picking up by the back end.
Okay.
As dusk sets in, Jamie and Greg hustle to escape from a busy season's first big chill.
When winter comes and things happen, it's hard work, it's long hours.
You know, we haven't seen this kind of wreckage since 2010, and there was just trucks smashed everywhere. Our whole yard was full.
You have to be very strong-minded to survive and to get through everything that needs to be gotten through.
And then you're driving home. Right?
From what I'm kind of feeling, I really think that winter's going to be one of the worst ones ever.
Well, I hope that's the end of this night, day, whatever you want to call it.
Hold home, my breath.
Hold your breath.
Well, winter. Nobody can stop it.
Next time on Highway Through Hell.
We're expecting the worst.
A tangled crash.
Hey, hold it. Stop.
As Jamie's team
A lot of pressure.
on the edge. A blacktop whiteout.
Got everything stopped here.
Puts James in a tug of war.
Come on. Okay, boys.
And twisted wreckage.
That's no good.
Tests a family effort. On a bustling road. This time, on Highway Through Hell.
She's pretty unstable.
A lopsided wreck.
That thing is sketchy.
Tests Merv and the rotator.
The load is in the ditch.
Greg swings back into action.
Not a good place for us to be.
On a supersized challenge.
Back on the Coquihalla.
And a face from the past.
Welcome aboard.
As long as it comes in one piece, I'm happy.
Makes a heavy rescue comeback.
Come on. Smelly. Oh, yeah. Well, that time here.
Mid-November on BC's Coquihalla Highway.
It gets worse and worse as you go up.
Temperatures hovering around zero.
No scratches.
Make the climb greasy.
It just turns into a slush ball. But people keep coming. That's everybody's motto. It'll never happen to me.
Hustling down Snowshed Hill.
Don't be gentle.
Is a Vulcan wrecker like no other.
Back down and unplug the road.
Who is it, Elk Wired?
All right, let's roll. First, second, third, fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4.
For more than 3 decades,
All right, here we go.
Al Quiring has helped truckers running the mountain pass.
When I started towing for my dad, there would be maybe 50 trucks in 24 hours. But now, there's about 6,500 trucks.
On the south side of the snow shed.
He caught a little bit of an issue. You can't park here, you're gonna get hit. We need to get you out of the way.
Highway Supervisor Tom Agar
No brakes. Let your clutch out.
does his part
No brakes.
Coaching a nervous driver
Stay towards the guardrail.
down the steep grade.
Yeah, okay, you're good now.
Don't get out too often.
I'll be staying out here until this all ends.
But heading northbound,
Going to Regina.
one trucker hauling industrial supplies
When I'm 18, I jumped in the truck. It's been a few years.
is extremely confident.
It's 49,000 pound load. For this little bit of snow on the road, don't even really need chains.
One thing Coca-Cola stands for is keep hill, bring chains.
As Christian Shoderna clears the snow shed, his barefoot gamble
It's kind of skidding. It's getting a little icy here. No.
stops him dead.
Oh, looks like somebody spun out.
It's loud. That's scary. Hopefully, it's nobody crashing in me.
It's very stressful. Stressful for that driver.
Now I'm getting nervous.
High on the Coca-Cola,
Damn, she wouldn't make it.
a trucker spinning without chains.
Hopefully, it's nobody crashing in me.
Is in a dangerous situation.
You got now where you're going.
Backing down the hill for the 14th time tonight.
You thought you were just about done, and it starts all over again.
Al
Well, I'm excited.
arrives to get Christian to safety.
Here's the rescue.
Yeah, you betcha.
Oh, you're getting a tow up the hill, and then at the end of that, you gotta go buy chains.
I just let you know I got 50,000 pound load on. You got 2 axles chained up. Well, that's good.
Okay, let's start grabbing here.
Yep.
Rattled from the spin out,
I never had a tow up though.
the pull up
He's struggling.
is nerve-wracking for Christian.
That slushy snow here, this is worse than ice.
Yeah,
Just moving here now.
But as Big Green claws up the mountain,
Not much better. Okay.
he settles in for the ride.
I enjoy having a tow truck around.
How you handle yourself after you're spun out, that's what makes good drivers versus bad drivers.
Okay.
It takes confidence and tenacity to get the job done.
This is it? Awesome. Thank you, man.
No problems are on the way up here.
And we managed to get everyone going, and looks to be slowing down here for a little bit.
Yeah, we're moving, Pink.
"90 kilometers north,
Got a highway. Looks great today. I'm in good shape.
the town of Merritt is bare and dry.
Well, let's go look at that truck.
At the reliable towing yard,
Do you think that timing chain would be an issue with that?
owner Suki Manj is on site
It's always the right-hand side.
to welcome a new hire,
When you start it up, you really hear it.
expected to arrive today.
My plan has always been to bring people together and grow.
En route from the west,
Away we go.
Reliable's new addition is no stranger to heavy rescue.
He knows the industry. For me, it was a no-brainer.
Looking forward to doing what I do.
Returning to mountain recovery is the unmistakable Scott Bird.
After being away for 5 years, just thinking to myself, what am I doing?
Back on the Coquihalla.
In winters past,
You ready, Jim?
Scott and his one-of-a-kind attitude
Oh, yeah.
worked for Jamie Davis.
You don't do as you're told, leave.
There's days when I love Scott, and there's days when his rough around the edges personality irks me to death.
Holy.
But I was confident 100% that he's going to get out there and do the job.
We're doing big bad pulls like this. Big bad chains, buddy.
Jamie has his style, and I have my style.
Go, go.
All of us striving to be the best that we can be.
Smash.
Today,
Saw this being hitting the mountain from the other angle now.
Scott and his 3 decades of recovery know-how
I'm really looking forward to getting behind the controls.
arrive at Reliable's Merritt Base.
Wow. The man himself. Welcome aboard.
Thanks.
The key things I think about bringing you on, Scott, is to have you work with the rest of the guys.
Scott has the experience. Like, number one, it's hard to get that.
They want to listen to an old fella you had around for a little bit. I'm glad to teach.
Awesome.
I'm getting on in age, and that's what I'm hoping to accomplish here, is just working well with some of the younger guys.
Hey, buddy. You ready for it?
Let's go to work.
Can't wait to learn some new tricks from him.
Team Reliable, away we go.
2 hours later,
Yeah, time to go play on the goat.
in a familiar 50-ton wrecker, Scott heads to his first call in years.
I'm driving a truck that used to be dubbed HR 116.
Bought from Jamie Davis, the Heavy is now Reliable's most powerful truck.
Off to the races we go.
Minutes away from the yard, Scott arrives at a busy off-ramp that's been shut down.
Then the mayhem starts.
I've told him I can walk the walk. Now I just have to step up, prove myself.
Use the rub rail, go around the corner there.
But Scott soon realizes
My goodness.
he'll be shaking the rust off
Guy come into the corner way too hot.
on a blowout job.
Oh, that looked like it hurt.
Basically, it just exploded on impact. There's parts and pieces everywhere.
A lot of ramp and block. RV by the look of it.
On the edge of Merritt,
Motorhome, he didn't do a very good job on that corner.
Scott's first recovery in years
This corner is claimed a few.
is an explosive situation.
It's an older motorhome made out of wood. There's parts and pieces, just a mess.
On the tight corner, the camper hammered into the guardrail, ripping its flimsy frame to shreds.
The driver got ejected. I understand he made it, but it was bad.
You usually only get one chance to find out you went too fast.
Arriving on scene,
Hey, buddy. Ready to go?
Supervisor Dylan Greenwood
Huh. All right, well.
joins Reliable's newest hire.
Scott's a good person of experience to come here and help take some weight off my shoulders.
Got the skylight in there now.
Dylan
I heard another accident. There's a Rainbow Corner.
knows this off-ramp is notorious.
Trucks crash into the wall, leaving a streak of paint, so they call it Rainbow Corner.
But Scott discovers this wreck is exceptionally foul.
It hit you like a brick wall. He hadn't dumped his sandy tanks.
The camper's septic system
Nasty, man.
ruptured in the crash.
The smell is just absolutely disgusting.
We're tow truck guys, and we're supposed to sweep up the mess, but sometimes it gets beyond.
Ugh. Blech. They never crash with the septic tanks empty. They're always full.
But with the main route into town shut down.
This is the busiest intersection on the entire Coquihalla, so it's got to get cleared up.
The 19,000-pound motorhome on the verge of collapse
I think it's got an awfully flat-looking tire.
needs to be moved off the barrier.
The RV's in rough shape. This thing almost needs a trailer to be leaving here.
We gotta do it. We gotta do it. Anybody tell me that exit's closed?
But Scott will dust off his skills
Closed.
and see what he can pull off.
Just tell me what you think when we're moving.
With a heavy wrecker on scene.
The logistics of doing the recovery, you're kind of trying to balance it out.
You ready?
We think this thing is going to hold it together enough to be able to drag it off the highway.
As long as it comes in one piece, I'm happy.
If this thing falls apart, we're gonna have no choice but to pick it up by hand. I don't want to do that.
Good?
Okay, we're out. Let's go for broke.
Go for broke?
Now off the barrier. Scott and Dylan push the limit. Limping to a nearby rest stop.
There you go.
We're gonna try and sneak it all the way to the yard, but it was very evident that that wasn't gonna happen.
It wasn't gonna make it.
Boy, hell.
So Dylan puts in a call
Hi. Hey, how's it going?
to operator James Luke.
I got a motorhome I need to throw in that Landau.
I was already scheduled to do another job.
Okay. All right, thanks, bud.
It's going to be hours upon hours of waiting.
We'll give him the pooey end.
I'll take this to the yard.
All right.
Dylan leaves Scott
Dylan stole my gloves.
to play the waiting game for now.
Oh, it's gonna cost him plenty. Oh, yeah.
Two hours southwest in the Fraser Valley,
Anybody tell me what's going on eastbound? Dump truck there. Getting destroyed.
a mess of bent metal
Holy.
has the Trans-Canada Highway pinched down to one lane.
Thanks for the heads up, driver.
5 minutes away,
We're gonna go Highway 1 east of Mount Lehman.
Operator Chris Mervin heads to the call in Aggressive Towing's 50-ton rotator.
Towing, we don't know what we're doing every day. It always changes.
Heavy tow truck coming here.
Arriving at the crash site for 39-year-old Merv.
Yeah, I just passed that wreck. It's not pretty.
A special day
It's my birthday. I'm supposed to be at a dinner right now.
isn't exactly going as planned.
Every year for the last 4 years, I've got a wreck on my birthday. If you want to make a plan to do something, you're going to end up working.
Crazy.
Everything's strewn out all across the whole ditch. There's bits and bobs everywhere.
Nuts, man.
The accident happened before nightfall
That thing is rolled a few times.
when the loaded dump truck blew a steer tire
There's a car involved there, too.
and smashed into a four-wheeler.
I assume everybody made it okay.
Thankfully, nobody was injured in this crash.
When you lose your steer tire, it pulls the truck whatever direction it wants. And it just kind of goes for a free-for-all.
It's very important to have good tires. If they're below the wear indicators or at the wear indicators, change them.
Now,
oh wow.
Also on scene is Merv Swamper, Jordan Comerford.
Yard sale.
Yeah, slightly. What a mess. I'm quite surprised. There was no serious injuries.
For the past several winters,
Yeah, you're good.
25-year-old Jordan has been Merv's trusted right-hand man.
Well, Jordan's a very hard worker. He's always listening, always learning.
One day, I would like to be in one of the rotators. So I can do what Merv does.
Tonight, to get the mangled dump truck out of the ditch.
Like 70s or 80s? I'll grab, yeah, good ones.
From the rotator, they'll run a high line and a low line to lift and winch the unit back to the road.
Does it go around?
But Jordan sees a go-to hook point is damaged.
Anything?
Not really.
I take my rigging quite seriously because there's a lot that could go wrong.
That's gonna fall out though.
But Merv's experience
Shouldn't, because it'll be coming up the whole time too.
tells him it just might work.
Sometimes when you're on a scene, you get locked in. It's like tunnel vision.
I like it on that hook like that, but okay.
It's always the unknown. We're gonna give it our best shot.
Put some tension on it, we'll see what it does.
Merv takes the controls.
Okay.
But it soon becomes clear
It's gonna keep falling out.
Jordan's instincts were right.
Towing is trial and error. Lots and lots of error.
Hook it on the bottom then. Okay.
Any tow truck driver who thinks he knows everything has got it all wrong.
Jordan sorts out a better rig point.
Okay, I'm in. We're good.
With the lines dialed, Merv attacks the 40,000-pound dump truck again.
Watch still. She's pretty unstable, eh?
But inside the box, there's a problem.
It's really heavy to that side.
Still has a bit of load.
A lot heavier on that one side. Way heavier.
Because the load's all to one side, it actually wants to potentially roll the truck over.
That thing is sketchy.
Just holding on by a thread.
Bit of a funky smell in the air.
On the outskirts of Merritt,
She's cleared up now.
James and a Landau
It made it that far.
arrive at a pullout to help Reliable's newest hire.
We have Scott Bird on our team now. I've heard from quite a few people that he's a great operator.
He's got her dialed.
The backup is needed.
So this is the poo truck.
Oh, Lord.
On Scott's first recovery in years, a destroyed motorhome
Oh, that was nasty, man.
with a distinct odor.
So this RV smells like a nice summer drive when you hit the farmland.
Earlier today, the camper ripped apart on an off-ramp.
The Sani tanks exploded just like the rest of the motorhome did.
It's got wicked air conditioning, though.
Okay, we're doing a little rodeo show.
Oh, yeah.
The final step will put Scott's comeback to the test.
We're gonna put it on his trailer and get it back to the yard. It's bent, it's broken. It's gonna be trouble.
It's Scott's first time working a winch line in nearly 5 years.
As I'm lifting this thing, I have to be so careful.
Come on. That's all I can lift it right there.
With the 19,000-pound unit hanging in the balance,
Back underneath it to the front tires, and I'll set it down.
Scott wastes no time.
I don't want it to fall apart before it gets on that trailer.
It's all yours.
Scott knows his stuff. He had that thing ready to be loaded.
It looks like the poo truck is about done with.
I'm very happy that this thing is on James's trailer.
Well, I'm gonna go home and have another shower. Maybe throw my clothes in the garbage.
Good times up here. Scott likes to joke around a lot, but he knows what he's doing.
He's got the experience. It really helps you know that the job's going to get done.
I'm excited to get involved with the new crew. I have high hopes for this season.
Done! Turkey dinner done! So what's going on there eastbound?
2 hours away, in the Fraser Valley,
Gravel truck lost steer there.
Merv and his rotator
She's pretty unstable, eh?
are grappling with a lopsided wreck.
Could roll over. It could go back in the ditch.
That thing is sketchy.
The weight on this dump truck it's somewhat severe.
Just holding on by a thread. Oh.
But Merv's skilled handling
2 feet.
We're good.
lands the back end on the road.
Nice.
But the battle with the destroyed dump truck
It's got the steer axle ripped out of it, flat tires, and all the wet dirt.
So buried in mud in here.
is far from over.
Yeah.
This truck definitely launched.
Late for his own birthday party,
I'm gonna pull forward 10 feet here.
It seems like every year for my birthday I get a wreck as a present.
Merv will reposition the rotator to try to reel in the front end fast.
There's gonna be a lot of resistance pulling it out of the ditch.
Snatch block.
Drag it sideways, spin her over onto the roadway.
Got her?
Hey.
I want to get this job done. I don't want to stand on the side of the highway.
But for the plan to work,
About as greasy as she gets, boys.
they need to power the unit through thousands of pounds of extra earth.
That's a ton of dirt.
What we're doing is pulling it back through its load that it spilled into the median.
The whole front end's coming up with a ditch.
Quite the wrestling match.
It might not even pull it. There's a lot of dirt under there. That's a ton of dirt.
On the Trans-Canada Highway,
The whole front end's coming up with a ditch.
a wreck bogged down by its own load is resisting Merv and his 50-ton rotator.
Because we're just starting to dig there.
It's all loose, soft dirt. It's piling up against it.
We're just helping remediate the ditch this way.
Merv?
What's your plan?
I'll see if I can pick it and swing it.
Pivots his approach
Are we gonna win?
to crane the unit the final few feet to the road.
Heck yeah!
Give her a little bit of a lift and get it out of the ditch.
In seconds,
Oh my God!
the final lift is complete.
It's a huge sense of relief getting that truck out of there.
Trailer backing up.
A flatbed arrives to haul the wreckage away.
We're getting much closer. Keep coming.
It fought us all the way out, but our team managed to pull through.
Send it. Yeah, there you go. Going? Yeah, we're good.
And for Merv,
Happy birthday.
it's a special day well spent.
It's definitely a good feeling. There's a ton of people that all taught me what I know. And now I'm the one who's helping the younger guys below me.
Maintenance open. Okay, thank you.
To the 3 close.
120 kilometers east,
The highway's open.
truckers snake along windy Highway 3.
That highway can be very, very dangerous.
Be aware.
It's an animal of its own.
Just after 10 a.m., a 30-ton Jamie Davis wrecker rolls to a call.
It's speed train off the road.
After spending the summer in Ireland, operator Greg Mulligan is back.
I don't know whether he's on a bend, so we'll figure it out when we get up here.
A former elite sniper in the Irish military.
Wow, that's nothing, man.
Last winter, Greg came to Jamie, green to heavy rescue.
All right. You're good. Okay, winch.
I didn't know the first thing about wreckers or towing.
I think that's good.
We went to a lot of wrecks last year together. He trained with me.
These things are really delicate, right?
Quick learner, really a natural at this job.
Now in his second season, Greg wants to prove he can go it alone.
I want to have a little bit more confidence and not be afraid to make my own decisions.
Reaching the scene,
All right, well, he's not partly in the ditch.
Greg sees this won't be an easy start.
This guy went off the road. He's fully loaded.
The driver
That corner's slick.
is an American trucker out of his element.
never had a road where you turn the steering wheel and it doesn't steer.
Hey, how's it going?
All right.
He's not used to driving on these kind of mountain highways. Just come onto the corner a little too fast and ended up in the snowbank.
What kind of weight do you reckon is
The whole thing?
Yeah.
There's probably 30 ton of straw in there.
Now, rescuing the B train stacked high with straw is up to Greg.
Wow. Sure packs it in there.
Yeah, it's sunk right in. It's going to be a little bit difficult to get this truck out of here.
To improve his odds,
I don't want to go too heavy at it. I don't know what's in there.
Greg chisels out the tractor as much as he can.
When these trucks go into the snow hard, they compact. And it really locks the trucks in.
With the shoveling done,
Throw some snatch blocks on, be ready to go, and hopefully then it won't delay you too much.
Greg rigs for the heavyweight pull.
I've never been told before. I'm curious.
Greg, it's going to take everything he has and everything that truck has to get this job done.
Give a little tug in this and see what it does. I'll just get you to sit in and then release the brakes, and we'll see what it starts doing.
But the 95,000-pound B train isn't cooperating.
There's a lot of resistance there from the snow. It wants to hold the wreck. It's not a good place for us to be.
This little piece of road gets a lot of people.
East of Hope on Highway 3.
Push them right in the ditch.
Greg's first recovery of the season
Not a good place for us to be.
is a solo effort against a loaded B train locked in snow.
Craig's really going to have to put his thinking cap on here.
Yeah.
You know, what did I learn last year? What can I do with this truck?
Greg adapts his strategy.
This job, you have to get that happy medium of lifting and pulling.
I'm gonna start to pull it out, and then what I might get you to do at the same time is trying to help me.
In the 30-ton Mack, he repositions, making room to winch the casualty forward.
It's getting there. It's working out.
The 95,000-pound unit
I think it probably can drive out of here now.
is ready to go.
You did good. You did appreciate it.
I want to be that guy that can just be tasked with a job.
That's when you become a professional and make it look easy.
Just go out, know what to do, no drama, get it done.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah, you too.
All right, have a good one. Safe travels.
I have confidence in Greg. He's got what it takes.
I'm happy.
The road's open. Yes, sir.
An hour and a half west, in the Fraser Valley.
Hello.
Mission towing boss Ken DeParent
So you buried your truck?
is called for a backcountry recovery.
Oh boy. I love off-road jobs. You never know what to expect when you get to them. Yeah, okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.
But today, Ken is stuck at the yard.
Being in the office is not really my cup of tea.
Running the family business.
There we go. Whoops. I am not a fan of paperwork. Never have been.
So, in a mission 1 ton,
We're off to Stave Lake Mud Flats.
operator Ryan Marshall is dispatched alone.
We got a vehicle half in the water and I guess half in the mud.
For the past few winters,
Holy.
Ryan has made his mark
Yeah, buddy.
as a rising player on Ken's team.
Just tighten it up. We'll see what we got.
Ryan's a good guy to work with. He's actually one of the best guys we got on small wreckers.
Spin! Spin the tires!
I like to challenge myself. If someone says I can't do it, I will do it.
45 kilometers north of Mission, Ryan turns off a rugged back road
It's like a different world up here.
to the notorious Stave Lake Mud Flats.
These guys are over there somewhere.
Mud flats can be a great place to go four-wheeling.
Down in the water with everybody around. I gotta figure out how to get to them.
But every so often, there's the odd one that gets stuck. And gets stuck really bad.
It's a nice area to be at, but looks can be deceiving.
So it's like I don't want to sink when I'm down there. See? Little puddle, but actually really deep.
It's a big open mud pit.
Finally,
this is gonna be interesting.
Ryan reaches his target.
Hey, what's going on?
Jeremy.
Ryan. So you're the one who's stuck?
Yeah.
The driver ventured too far into the muck.
Thought I could go across it, but as you can see, it didn't make it across.
The off-roaders called for help. After they tried to pull the SUV out themselves.
We've snapped quite a few ropes, snapped your rear hitch.
It's a difficult thing to just yank someone out of a mud hole.
And I don't have any drive right now either.
And Ryan discovers.
So is this a neutral?
Yeah.
The failed do-it-yourself recovery.
Frame's already broken there, so.
Has compromised a potential rig point.
That's right.
They broke the bumper, and that's a problem for me.
What do you think?
You're just scratching your head like, how do I do this?
But with a quick assessment.
Yeah, we got some hooks. We can get it on there.
Ryan scrambles a plan B.
I just tell them, do it the way you've been trained. But a lot of this, you gotta learn it out on the road.
I'm gonna lift it high on the back end.
But what I'm going to rig to is the undercarriage of the frame. They haven't damaged it.
But at the popular off-road spot, the crowd takes notice.
It's a lot of pressure on me to get the job done. And logo on the side says Mission Towing.
With all eyes on him, Ryan begins to whinge.
Ryan's representing Mission Towing, and we want to make sure he's putting on a good show for these people.
Very soft, yeah. I'm just gonna see how this goes. And if it works, we gotta get it out of the suction. I hope that's gonna hold there.
On the Stave Lake Mud Flats.
We gotta get it out of the suction. I'm just gonna see how this goes. And if it works.
Ryan.
I hope that's gonna hold there.
Fights a bogged down SUV with a crowd looking on.
A lot of people like to film on their cell phones and post to social media.
Ryan's representing our company out there. Just do the job right, and that's what you do.
Ryan raises his boom.
It's all about leverage. You have to lift it up to break the suction.
And delivers a top-notch performance.
That came out pretty nice than I thought it would.
It's nice to impress the people and get their trust that we can get the job done.
Bigger crowd than normal, but it's a good crowd.
Everything looked good. It was done professionally. Ryan did a great job.
It came out nicely, though.
He's the hero of the day up there for sure.
Nice. See ya. Away we go. We got it done.
Clear.
The next morning,
Time goes along, it's gonna get worse.
in Hope,
Did this quote, taking care of that. This is the thing we have to look after here.
Jamie is catching up on paperwork.
You can't be on the road and be around the office at the same time.
Arriving to start his day.
I brought you back a little something from the travels. What is this? That's not major.
Greg has brought a special gift for Jamie and wife and business partner, Sherry.
Cool.
Thought it'd be nice to bring back something from Ireland.
A symbol passed through generations. The Davis family crest.
A small little bit of history there and just where the name comes from.
I always enjoy that European flavor of Greg's.
Pretty common back in Ireland to have the family crest on trucks.
Oh, I like that.
Me
That's
too.
really cool. Yeah, thanks,
Nice.
buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank
Pretty cool.
you.
You're welcome.
He's top shelf. A guy like that doesn't walk through the door every day.
Next time on Highway Thru Hell, a hard landing
Heads up!
is a high-stakes recovery for the mission team.
Hold! Stop!
A sudden storm
Put your hands on, guys.
launches James Luke into unfamiliar chaos.
Come on!
And Team Green
And I hate mud.
doubles down
Let's give her a little bit.
on a sinking situation.
Hey!
This time on Highway Thru Hell,
All kinds of mess ahead of you.
Team Reliable is all twisted up.
Hang on, John. Shut her down, bud.
A wreck near a rail line
Up she goes.
tilts towards disaster.
I don't trust this angle.
And an odd-shaped job
Here we go, boys.
has Al in a tight spot.
Okay, hold on. How's the coke looking? Snowfall warning for Merritt.
On BC's Coquihalla Highway,
Tonight is supposed to get a dump.
an incoming storm
It started, so I would beeline it up there.
has drivers on high alert.
Winter driving on the Coquihalla can be very dangerous if you're not prepared.
Bad weather's coming.
You're going into mountain passes. Visibility is a problem a lot of the time, and it's very unpredictable.
Gotta be careful. Slow and steady winds are raging.
Just after 9 p.m.,
guys, watch it when you get to radar flats. There's a truck laying upside down in the ditch. The truck is upright, but the mirror's pretty cockeyed.
A reliable 35-ton is on the move.
It's pretty slick out.
Driven by heavy operator John Dodds.
We got reports of a semi-truck and trailer laying across the median.
We're just heading up there to take a look at the scene for the first time and see where we got to go from there.
Oh. That's crazy, man.
This one's really bad. It looks pretty twisted.
How you doing, bud?
Also on scene, reliable merit manager Curtis Kristen.
They said it was jackknifed on its side. Not what I pictured.
Wasn't exactly what was described to me on the phone.
It's on the road, not fully in the ditch.
It's snowing hard. It's very hard to see a few feet in front of you. So it's dangerous to motorists on both sides of the road.
With the wreck stretching across the ditch and jutting into both hammer lanes.
Hey, slow down.
Curtis.
They're a bit of a hazard right now.
And John's top priority.
Use caution going by this wreck.
They use the granny lane both sides.
Is driver's safety.
Don't go side by side next to any rig coming by this truck, guys.
It's pretty dangerous right now.
I'm just trying to get it out of the road.
We don't want to be blocking any lanes at all.
Careful out there. Give us 15 minutes, there'll be another accident. All kinds of mess ahead of you.
On the coke.
The guy in the ditch in the center median.
Stretching into both sides of the highway.
Lots of flashing lights.
Team Reliable sizes up the scene.
He definitely went in hard.
The semi lost control. Jackknifed into the median. Before coming to a stop.
Hope the driver's okay.
See how she goes here and pitter patter.
Before they can start the recovery.
I'm gonna pull her through here for now.
Public safety is always the primary thing out here.
Ready? Get to her.
They'll need to get the wreck fully off the highway.
All right.
John repositions the 35-ton.
There we go.
Definitely a dangerous situation. We want to drag everything into the ditch to get it off the road.
Alrighty.
We're under pressure to get this thing out of here.
That enough?
Yeah, I think that's enough. Alright, let's see what happens.
Good luck cleaning that thing up.
We're in action.
With a single line on the front of the rig.
That's reliable.
John winches the tractor.
Oh, this is a mess down here.
Off one side of the highway. While pivoting the trailer out of the other.
I think that trailer's like out now.
I think so.
Safely in the median.
We're in the ditch for sure.
I was quite happy with that because we're off the road and we're not impeding traffic at all. We can stay safe.
John and Curtis take a closer look.
He's got 4 separate twists in this frame.
When everything's twisted, it torques quite a bit. Everything becomes unpredictable. The way that 5th wheel plate's twisted.
Yeah. There's a lot of pressure on it right now.
With the metal plate under high tension.
We got tons of pressure and could break, right?
Pulling the trailer over may cause it to suddenly give way.
If we have an issue with anything, it's gonna be right here.
Yeah.
We don't want this to just snap apart. It's got quite a bit of pressure and quite a bit of weight on this pin.
On the backside,
everything's still hooked up, bud.
The full load of concrete siding.
Everything's still hooked up.
Is still strapped on.
It's super heavy stuff. The fact that the straps haven't broke is quite shocking to me.
Blowing snow and reduced visibility.
Starting to get pretty heavy.
As the winter storm closes in,
I just want to get her done. It's snowing heavy, right? We want to get off the road.
they'll need to act fast.
We got some whiteout conditions getting ready to happen here. It's pretty dangerous.
I think if we chain this axle up,
yeah, flop her over,
come right over, and then we can get her out of here.
We're gonna try to roll the trailer and see if we can get it over.
Oh, flagging's here. I'm gonna have to get myself out of the ditch here.
With traffic control in place.
The rollover's in the center.
Pulling down in the ditch here, it's too soft.
John repositions out of the snowy ditch.
Ideally, we want to be up on the roadway in the hammer lane.
Slow down as you're going by.
Definitely some carnage out there today.
Oops, through here.
Okay, that's lost.
With a line to the frame and a second to the rear axle, they'll wrangle the rig onto its wheels.
I'll try and see.
Hope time.
We got a 35-ton wrecker here and got about 60,000 pounds of weight on the trailer itself. We're gonna see what we can do with a couple lines doubled up.
Is it moving at all, Curtis?
Top's flexing. It's trying to tip up.
So we're sliding a little bit.
John's having some issues.
Yeah. Watch yourself, bud.
It's quite outmatched.
Hold up.
I might need a second truck.
Hang on, John.
Slow down, you got recovery coming up.
On the coke.
So we're sliding a little bit.
It's a Hail Mary pull.
I really hope it comes out because I don't want to have to come back.
For Team Reliable's 35-ton.
Watch yourself, bud.
Against a 95,000-pound wreck.
We got quite a bit of weight we're pulling. The roadway is pretty slick at this point.
Legs are getting mighty big.
But worsening visibility.
Working northbound in the hammer lane at radar flat.
And a live lane.
We're just sliding out to the one open lane and we're gonna cause an accident.
Forces the team.
Shut her down, bud. Okay, that's it for tonight.
To make the call.
We're gonna wrap it up for the night. Snow's coming down really hard now.
Got it.
Not a good feeling leaving something in the ditch.
There you go.
But with the storm, it's safer to come back with another truck.
And that is why we are getting off the road.
The weather is the one thing that you can't predict. It's critical for us to do the job safely. No matter what comes our way, we'll have people there to get the job done.
It's just getting worse and worse.
This is great. The roads are not bad at all.
170 kilometers southwest.
Anybody know what the cops are road checking for?
In the Fraser Valley.
Stopping commercial trucks.
Authorities are teaming up
So I'll grab this guy coming in.
for a campaign targeting commercial trucks, led by Abbotsford Police Constable Rob Dick.
What we have here is a joint force operation, commercial vehicle safety enforcement. Hey there, you have your driver's license, your insurance?
We're checking the safety compliance of those trucks,
Chains look good.
educating drivers, and making sure that our roadways are safe.
Here's another one. I'm gonna have you look at your chains and your cable.
Okay.
Okay. We do full inspections to make sure that they're in safe operating condition.
Every stop is different,
Okay, sir, thank you.
from a ticket to vehicles being towed off the road.
Minutes into the operation,
Oh, nice.
Little crack there.
Oh.
officers spot a threat.
The weld is cracked. Where the box is welded to the frame.
Structurally, something is going on with this bed that needs to be addressed.
Further inspection,
On the tractor itself, he has 1, 2, 3 more brakes out of adjustment on the tractor.
shows the dump truck is unsafe
So we need a very large tow truck for a dump truck.
and will need to be taken off the road.
Okay. So this truck is being out of service and it's being towed. Biggest concern right now is that the brakes are out of adjustment. It's a catastrophe waiting to happen.
Trucks without properly maintained brakes can have devastating consequences.
Incredible.
We have a job to do when it comes down to ensure the safety of our community.
Hey.
Arriving in the Mission 50-ton,
Busy day.
reliable towing operator Andy Cullum.
Everybody's all on the same page, and safety is key.
The rush hour is starting to come this way now, so if we can clear it off, that's awesome.
I think it's good that the police and the CBSE have gained forces to take all these dangerous trucks off the road. Being one of the guys that cleans them up a lot, it's kind of relieving that they're starting to catch all these trucks with bad brakes and that.
It's a team effort to make sure everybody's safe.
Thanks, partner.
We want to ensure that the civilian traffic and the commercial traffic that are on the same road side by side get from point A to B safely.
Hopefully sent a message to the trucking industry. You need to take better control and maintenance of your vehicles. Lives depend on it.
Without them, they'd be pretty nasty out here.
Oh, 650 kilometers northeast.
Actually beautiful up here.
In the Rocky Mountains,
All bad one there, driver. That was a wild ride, I tell you.
a vintage 40-ton heavy wrecker is on the move
This truck's old and crusty just like me.
with Jamie Davis,
this just around by that bad curve there? That right at the turn going up the hill?
And Rob Wall.
It's pretty close to the train, eh?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm amazed that this truck is down the bank and it's really close to the train tracks. Like, I mean, really close.
The driver walked away without a scratch.
And the truck basically has no damage to it. Just stopped short of the train. How lucky is that?
Jamie.
Here, pull some cable.
And Rob quickly get to pulling lines from the classic 40-ton.
Better to come in here with some muscle, get this pickup out of the ditch.
Authorities want the vehicle removed from the working rail lines as soon as possible.
The pressure is to get it out of here. They don't want stuff like that left for any more time than it has to be.
Any disruption to train schedules
I'm running out of hours.
can be costly.
When that railway's shut down, it's millions of dollars a minute.
Can you get it delivered tonight?
Well, what about go through the hitch?
Just feet from the tracks.
Like this. Will it fit through? Yeah.
Yeah.
Jamie finds a solid rigging point.
Trains. This is not a safe place to be. It's the place to get away from. You know, let's go.
Okay, fair winching.
The pickup starts its climb.
Up she goes.
Up the 50-degree slope.
Cable ever broke and the truck ended up on the track and hit by a train. Well, then we got a pile of explaining to do.
Now, will it sit there?
Truck on the hook. Holy crap. He's got it up on the hook.
In the foothills of the Rockies.
Now, will it sit there?
Jamie's got a 6,000-pound pickup on the line.
I don't trust this angle.
Above live train tracks.
So we winched it up to the edge of the roadway, and it's leaning on a pretty good angle.
Like maybe we could put a strap around it and pull the front end over.
To get the rest of it onto the highway,
Bring your truck around.
Jamie brings in the flat deck, waiting nearby.
Right about here. You're strapped to that wheel there. We'll put a snatch block and just drag that front end over.
We're gonna run some rigging and actually winch the front end of the truck on the road.
Okay, go.
Rob runs a strap to the rim.
Okay, go ahead. Be careful here.
To bring the front end around.
You just go nice and easy.
But the wreck
They stop.
begins to tilt.
We better put a lower line in this thing.
There's a possibility that it can flip over.
Want to run that other cable down?
For stability,
Down around the bottom here? Yeah.
Jamie adds a third line.
Well, it's in there. Pull ahead. Yeah, okay. Should be able to go there now.
What's going on here?
If we can just winch the front end up, it's gonna be flat on the road.
Keep going? Yeah, keep going. You might even be able to back it up now, eh? Yeah.
And the flatbed can take it away.
Drive it up. we go.
Perfect.
Well, that went well.
We got the unit on the road, and the customer will come and pick it up, and I think he'd be happy with it.
Thanks for the good job out here.
With the wreck cleared, it's full steam ahead.
Here comes the train now.
For the railway below.
I like to stop that. Tell me how the coke's looking.
5 hours southwest.
A little better than it was last night.
Still quite a bit of black ice out there.
John Dodds is back on the coke.
We got the 50-ton joining us on scene out there.
With reinforcements from the valley.
One more recovery.
The Mission 50-ton.
Hopefully it's not frozen to the ground too bad.
And Andy Cullum behind the wheel.
We're up here tonight to give John a hand to recover this wreck.
Oh, look at that trailer. There's nothing left of it.
This is going to be a fun night with all this.
I mean, it is twisted 3 different ways, right? So
Is the pin broken?
still connected.
I've never seen a hitch plate bend 3 different directions and not break off. Must have been a fun crash.
The semi jackknifed and slammed hard into the center median. But the 60,000-pound load.
I don't know if we can leave that much weight on something so messed up. Yeah.
Is still attached.
Even with 2 wreckers here, it's going to be tricky to get it out.
So put the load on the ground, take the scrap out of the way, and get them to come and reload it onto a better trailer.
Yeah.
We got all the equipment we need. Andy's up here with his 50-ton. I'm up here in the 35-ton. The goal is to get this thing out and back to the yard.
The straps holding the load are cut, releasing 60,000 pounds of siding.
If you just drop it on the ground,
Woo!
chances are it'll all survive.
That's it. That's all of them.
I'll grab the front of the truck. As I pull the truck that way, you pull the trailer over away from the load will be safe.
Okay. Yep.
Couple wreckers doing recovery there.
Position down the hammer lane.
Let's go into that far toe pin.
The team rig up for the rollover.
Tension's on now.
With a line from the 50-ton to the tractor, and a line from the 35-ton on the trailer's rear axles, they'll untwist the trailer onto its wheels.
Okay, when you're ready, let me know. You ready?
I'll just slowly start pulling it up towards the road and see what we can accomplish here.
But the wreck's extreme twist has Team Reliable on guard.
With the amount of tension on this, you definitely want to be careful because anything could happen.
You can hear the stress. You hear the weight on the cables. You can hear the trailer making noises.
Oh my, look at this. All messed up.
Hold on.
Tow truck's on the scene.
South of Merritt,
Oh, what happened?
on the coke.
Truck flipped over on the side in the median there.
Team Reliable,
Just go nice and slow.
unwind a twisted wreck.
A lot of the twist is coming out of this as we're going.
Oh, there we go.
Good.
Next step for me is to pull this thing up onto the road, split it up, and take it back to the yard.
What's going on out there? Pulling the truck out of the ditch. Stay in the granny lane.
Okay.
The wreck is finally on the road.
We're gonna have to get this pin apart.
But the fifth wheel plate refuses to budge.
Because it's twisted. The trailer's so damaged, the actual plate where the kingpin mounts is bent, so it's not wanting to release.
Andy
Bring the landau in.
has a trick up his sleeve.
What we're actually gonna try to do is put the landau under the trailer so we can lift it off the pin.
Okay, back up to it.
We're trying to relieve the tension on the kingpin so that jaws will release, so we can pull the trailer off the tractor.
With the landau wedged underneath,
it's gonna be kind of tricky.
Andy lifts the trailer, easing the tension off the kingpin.
Oh, look at that! Woo!
We're free.
Definitely lucky that it came apart, and lucky that there was no injuries while we were getting it apart.
38 hours after John first arrived,
Landau's gonna move, I'm gonna move, Andy's gonna hook the tractor.
the wreck is finally on its way.